Yo kijkers, Karel hier.
We go racing today then in the state
En
of
welkom bij
Victoria,
deze
where the
allereerste
drivers have
video
16
van
corners and
Formule 1
3.3 miles to
2016.
navigate at an average lap
heb
speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers
11 uur
makes
gevolgd.
accidents inevitable, and recent
En tot
history
nu toe
shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question.
Leuke spel.
I'm joined today in the commentary box, as I will be throughout this season, by a great racing driver. Former F1 competitor, man who was world champion once upon a time as well, and an all-round top chap. It's the one and only Anthony Davidson. And tell me, here we are, first Grand Prix of the season, the first time racing these cars. So what are the big questions that need to be answered here, in your view?
First of all, Crofty, and thanks for the glowing introduction. I just want to say it's a real privilege to be here. I can't wait to see what this competitive field has in store for us this season. Now, to answer your question, obviously there's the question of performance in race trim, but really this is going to be all about reliability. It's the first Grand Prix of the season, don't forget, pushing all the new components to their limits. Formula 1 cars are full of very sophisticated but also sensitive technology, so the most important thing today is to get to the end of the race, keep everything in good condition, and try to stay out of trouble while you're at it.
Safety car and the safety car.
Let's convert this pole position into a win today. Good luck.
Geniet van de...
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It's Red Bull in pole position then, with Nico Rosberg alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen and Ricciardo, Bottas, Kvyat, Massa and Fernando Alonso, Perez, Button, Carlos Sainz and Grosjean, Hulkenberg, Gutierrez, Marcus Ericsson and Rio Haryanto, Palmer and Magnussen, Pascal Wehrlein and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Racestrategie. En jongens, dit is mijn... En dit is mijn race. Dit is mijn race. Dit is mijn racestrategie. Het zijn 1500's. De eerste zit op de soft en daarna op de... Is het de super soft en daarna op de soft. Zijn jullie klaar voor de allereerste race? En we gaan nu beginnen.
Put the clutch in. Hold it there till start. Rev up. Build some revs and hold them. Clutch out, we're green. DRS is being enabled this lap, and we can use...
The drag reduction system, or DRS, opens a flap on the rear wing to reduce drag and improve the straight line speed of the car. Drivers are able to use this system in specific DRS zones as long as the circuit is dry. There are no additional restrictions to DRS use in practice and qualifying. However, in a race, the system can only be used when the driver is 1 second or less behind another. Watch the bar at the bottom of your multi-function display as you approach the DRS zone to see your distance to the activation point, and activate it by pressing the DRS button when the prompt appears. The safety car may be deployed if there's an incident or if the conditions are too dangerous to drive in. Once the safety car is out on track, there's no overtaking permitted, and you must keep your lap time above a minimum in order to safely form a queue behind it. You can judge your pace using the delta element of the on-screen display. Ensure you drive slowly enough to keep it positive. Once the line has formed, the safety car will re-enter the pits. Remember that there's no overtaking until the green flags at the first safety car line. If the incident is less severe, the virtual safety car may be deployed. It's not necessary to form a queue under the VSC, but just stay above a certain delta time and obey yellow flag rules until the virtual safety car period comes to an end.
Situation changes, we'll let you know. You are in first position, front of the pack. When considering switching to an alternate strategy, do you want to change or stick to plan A? Copy that. Okay, distance to teammate, 22.7 seconds. Behind, the time last lap was at 1 minute 38.5. The gap is 12 seconds. They're on fresh super softs. We think they've got one more stop. Pit in this lap. Remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Okay, some information on Rosberg.
What?
A serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
There's a huge amount of time to be won and lost in the pits, but ensure that you don't get too greedy as you approach the pit lane speed limit line. On the approach, you'll see a notification of the pit lane speed limit and your distance to the limit line. If you cross this threshold too fast, you'll be given a speeding penalty, so be careful. There are valuable tenths to be won by getting it right though, so leave your braking as late as you dare. At the pit exit, it's important not to cross onto the racetrack before reaching the end of the white pit exit line. The multifunction display is a vital tool to give drivers control over their cars and make important information visible during a race.
Race. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Some information on NASA. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.